difficult, if not impossible, to reach one's full potential without being able to read in at least one language.
So, the future is here. What does that mean for you for learning?
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn the different trends for learning for the future.
What the future of learning means to me is that learning is on demand. Anytime I want it, anywhere I want it. If I'm lying on a beach in Hawaii or if I'm stuck in snow somewhere in Minnesota, that I shouldn't have to go beyond my front porch to get what I need.
It's the Matrix. It's the I want to fly a helicopter, plug it into
Plug it in.
You know, it's not that dramatic, but it's that instantaneous access, which I think we're getting very close to that with AI, and especially AI. There's a lot of progress, a lot of work being made there, and that's showing us the way.
To me, the future of e-learning is complete accessibility, just like social media is completely accessible to everyone any time of day. I think that e-learning is going to be the same way, especially with micro-learning and mobile learning.
To me, I believe it's fingertip access. I think if it's on paper, you're already outdated. So it's like looking to the future. So whether it's artificial intelligence or a mobile device, you want it at your fingertips. You need it right now. So if you don't have it, then you're already behind.
So the future is here, Janita. That's what we learned at this conference. What is the future of learning?
Well, no one can actually predict the future of learning, but what we can do is look at the different trends in technology and what we see how we live today, so relying on our mobile devices. It's a good indicator in the direction that learning is going.
What is the future of learning?
In my opinion, the future of learning is all about moving to a learning ecosystem, which is like the Netflix of learning style, moving away from the LMS. I think analytics are absolutely paramount. That's layering in things like XAPI. We're getting a lot of activity with VR and augmented reality. Very exciting time to be in learning.
Londa, our Chief Product Officer, is here. Awesome. Hey, so you got to go to that talk. I didn't see that talk.
You bailed on it. It was totally worth it. I stayed and kind of made my way through and found a seat.
What was that talk? Let's tell students what that was.
The talk was about the neuroscience of learning and what's the most effective way to learn. And, you know, we've been learning about that at Treehouse in our own book studies. So that was the talk.
So what did you take away from that? What was the main thing?
1 hour, you've already forgotten 50% of a material that you've just learned.
50%.
By 1 week, 90% of it's gone. Yeah. Sounds horrifying, right? Actually, the brain is meant to forget things that it doesn't need to anymore. And so what you need to do is train your brain that this is something you want to remember. And the best method for that is effortful recall.
Excellent. So what do we do to recall then? What do we do with Treehouse to recall?
So with Treehouse to recall, it's kind of practice. It's coming back within the first 24 hours or trying to remember the concept that you just learned in 24 hours. And then come back 3 days later and recall that. And within a week, be applying that in a useful setting.
In the training industry, whether it's insurance or anything, people tend to think content. I got to get this content to people. And not to say content's not important, it obviously is. But if someone doesn't want to engage in what you're teaching them, does not matter how good your content is, right? They're not paying attention to it. So we really focus on how do we take this content that people have to do their job, but present it in a way where they want to learn it and where they're excited to learn it, rather than feeling like they have to learn it.
I think the future of learning is what we make it to be. There's our interactions with current technology, our decisions, how we use it, how we apply it, really matters and will have an impact on the future and future learners. So the future is what we make of it.
The future for learning is cut.